Hello, I'm Craig Birch here at Manders Real Estate headquarters on the Compton Road in the heart of Wolverhampton with this week's property bulletin, the first of 2018. It's been a busy week back in the office this week, and we just want to go through a few things that we've been talking about. We touched about on Property Live about how, just sort of rounding up really, the property price growth in the West Midlands over 20, some startling figures that we managed to go through over there, and let's just refresh our memories on that one. 91.6% of sellers made a profit of their homes. There were very few people who were left out of the pocket through the sale of their homes in 2017. 15% of them made double their money. You hear that? Double their money. Granted, it's over an average about 9 years, but that's still below a decade to make double your money for property price. So that is very, very good money indeed. The average return on the investment is £55,489. That's a hell of a lot of money to be making on your property over that time frame. And if you double your money, goodness me, who knows how much you might earn. Fared very well against the national average as well, just below the national average in both sectors, but the West Midlands, as they always do. Realistic property sellers, realistic pricing, and they always seem to hold their own, and this is no different, of course. One thing to note as well, some other research we did this week, the government has no plans to introduce stamp duty land tax freeze for anything other than first-time buyers. There is a threshold, £125,000, but it's a bit harsh on the older people looking to downsize as well. I mean, the second steppers, the next steppers that want to move up in homes. There are older people as well who'd like to just return to sort of maybe a two-bed apartment, sort of maybe a first-time buyer's property. Big home might come in a little bit too big for them. Not much of an incentive for them to do that, and the government have outlined in an official letter to Parliament that they are not currently considering that, so there'll be no help for older people in that area. The government consider them to be wealthy people who wouldn't be bothered about stamp duty land tax anyway. That's a cause for debate, but certainly that's an interesting one going forward. But coming back to this property price boom, it's been going on now in the West Midlands for quite some time, but the cold hard figures just seem to get better and better and better. So it's a lot like a game of cards really, isn't it? When do you cash out? You know, you're ahead on the accumulator almost like, isn't it? When do you cash out? Well, if you do cash out before the end of January, Manders have got a January sales incentive for you. That we had this all over Christmas as well, but now we're into January. You can still take advantage of this right up to the 31st of January, but no more after that. £500 off all sales fees if you register before the end of January. That's 500 big ones off your sales fees before the end of January. Or you don't necessarily have to sell your house before the end of January either. All you got to do is bring it onto market with us, get it listed, and if we set, no matter how far down the line we sell it, of course we hope it's sold quickly, but the £500 discount will apply, so you can put that into your bills as well and make even more profits because there's plenty of that to be made. I'm Craig Birch and we'll see you tomorrow for top tips.